In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get better Alberti bass now with this practice method. This revolutionary practice method is called flash practice. It's one of my absolute favorite methods for practicing sections of music that need to go fast and quick and light. If you use this practice method for your Alberti bass, you're gonna play more accurately. It's going to help you speed things up naturally, and it's gonna help you feel really comfortable with the Alberti bass so that it's even and clear, and so that you can have the kind of control that you want to be able to quiet it down and let the melody shine over the Alberti bass. And that's always the goal whenever we encounter Alberti bass. Alberti bass can make a piece sound super awkward if it's uneven, if it's loud. It can just be downright clunky. And if your Alberti bass is uneven and loud and you're paying so much attention to it, it doesn't allow your brain any space to think about expression or musicality. But if you use this method correctly, I promise you your Alberti bass will be even, it'll quiet down, and you'll have that space for musicality. Now make sure that you stay tuned to the end of the video, because I'm gonna give you a couple of things that you have to do in order to make sure that this practice technique works. Let's dive in. So what we're gonna do for this method is we're gonna take the Alberti bass pattern alone, and we're gonna work on one measure at a time. We're gonna start with a chunk of 2 notes, and we're gonna play the first note really fast and really light, and we're gonna accent the second note. We're gonna kind of slam it out, and we're almost gonna make it sound bad on purpose. We're gonna do that several times in a row until it starts to feel really easy. And then we're gonna do a chunk of 3 notes. And when we add a third note, the first 2 notes are gonna be really light and fast, and that last note, or the third note, is going to be accented and heavy. Then we're gonna do the same thing with 4 notes, and the first 3 notes will be light and fast, and that 4th note is going to be heavy and accented. You want to make sure that the notes leading up to the last note are always even and light and as fast as possible, and that last note really is accented. You're not going to do this for a chunk of longer than 7 or 8 notes, so that's why you zoom in on one measure and you get started. But once you get to 7 or 8 notes, then you're going to start over with your new chain. So you can always start in the middle of a measure, you can start on the 2nd or 3rd or 4th beat. This method really gets things deep into your muscle memory so that your hand remembers the feel. You're also spending time giving individual attention to every single note. All of a sudden things are much more smooth and much more even. In order for this practice method to work, you have to keep your fingering consistent, and you have to focus on accuracy. So if your fingering is not already written in your score, I would highly suggest that you write down your fingering before you dive in and try this practice method, so that there's no question about which fingers are going on which keys. If you're making up the fingering as you go, it will not work, and in fact it will actually make things worse. Make sure that you take a pause in between repetitions to reset, take a breath, and accurately execute this practice method. Now, if you test out this practice method and it works for you, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media or with someone else that you think could benefit from the video. And if you want to learn about some of my other favorite revolutionary practice methods, check out this video.